Hi, I'm Mike Tenney, host of Pop Culture Catechism on Awaken Catholic, and this is Awaken the Word. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. For I tell you, unless your righteousness exceeds that of the scribes and the Pharisees, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. You have heard that it is said to those of ancient times, you shall not murder, and whoever murders shall be liable to judgment. But I say to you that if you are angry with a brother or sister, you will be liable to judgment. And if you insult a brother or sister, you will be liable to the council. And if you say, you fool, you will be liable to the hell of fire. So when you are offering your gift at the altar, if you remember that your brother or sister has something against you, leave your gift there before the altar and go. First be reconciled to your brother or sister and then come and offer your gift. Come to terms quickly with your accuser while you are on the way to court with him, or your accuser may hand you over to the judge and the judge to the guard, and you will be thrown into prison. Truly, I tell you, you will never get out until you have paid the last penny. So once again, today's gospel is from Jesus's famous Sermon on the Mount from Matthew chapter 5 to Matthew chapter 7. And he says some really interesting things here. He says that our righteousness must surpass that of the scribes and the Pharisees, who we're used to hearing them talked about kind of as the bad guys of the gospels. But for the people hearing this sermon for the first time, they would have thought of them as like the religious leaders. It would be like Jesus saying today, your righteousness must surpass that of the priests and the bishops and the youth minister and the choir director, the people who we look to as like, oh, those are the churchy people. You have to be more righteous than them. So he's trying to shock us a little bit. And then he takes these very well-known passages from their scriptures. You shall not murder. It's part of the 10 Commandments. And he says, but I tell you, not only do not murder with violence, but do not murder with your words. Do not even murder in your heart, for that leads to hell. That leads away from the kingdom of God. And that takes us much, much deeper. There's a constant theme of Jesus that it's not just about narrowly kind of nitpicky, following the rules, kind of doing this bare minimum, checking a box. Did I do this? Yes. Did I do this? Yes. Did I do this? Yes. That's how the Pharisees and the scribes, many of them, approached holiness. He says it goes deeper than that. Yes, those rules can be a guide, but it has to have love in your hearts. You have to have forgiveness in your hearts, because it's not just about satisfying these arbitrary rules of some distant God. It's about a relationship, a God who cares for us as his children and cares for all people as his children. And so those people are our brothers and sisters. So today, let's be careful not to murder with our words, with our thoughts. And if there is someone that we've hurt in that way and we need to reconcile with, like Jesus says, let's drop everything and try to reconcile.